Welcome to our coverage of ASUG Annual Conference and Sapphire Now 2014. I'm in the ASUG News Studio sponsored by NTT Data, and I'm joined by Dr. Stephen McKinnon and Dr. Bern Wells. Today we're going to be talking about SAP RDS and Luxottica's recent deployment of SAP CRM on Hana. It's a very exciting time, especially given the tone of the keynote this morning around simplify everything. Run SAP Simple, and now we're going to talk about implement SAP Simple. So thank you for joining us. Now Luxottica just started this project a few years ago to implement CRM on Hana. Can you tell me a little bit about that project, please, Stephen?
Yeah, so we implemented CRM, SAP CRM a few years ago, and we've been basically working on a long-term roadmap. Due to our customer volumes, we have around 10.5 million customers in our database. We've always had a bit of a constraint when it came to segmenting the data and really getting to the heart of the data. And the CRM on Hana and ADT project is really the ticket for us to break that down and really move the system forward. We're in the final throes of going live. We go live in June, so we're in user acceptance testing now, and it's really been a game changer for us, or it will be a game changer for us once we're live. It's a great opportunity for the business.
Oh, it's a very exciting project. And Bernd, we talked a little bit about what this means. What does RDS mean for customers? Now, this particular application is called Customer Engagement Intelligence with Audience Discovery and Targeting, right? So what does RDS mean for BI?
Well, first of all, it means for BI, as for all the other products, that the SAP solution can be faster implemented and without any risk. Because in the RDS, we have proven best practices that customers can just use. For BI and customer engagement intelligence, it plays an additional role. This is not an application or a process that many customers have already implemented. This is fairly new, and every customer now needs to find out how to use the power of the technology and the application we have in the context of their business. And with the RDS, in that case, we can give examples how to use that. Customers can quickly adopt them, implement them, and then over time really make them their own and increase the value, get more and more value out of it. So in that case, we not only have best practices, how to do the technical setup, how to implement it, how to connect it with the rest of the system, but also a next practice built into the RDS.
And Bernd is the Executive Vice President of Solution and Knowledge Packaging at SAP. Now this morning we heard a very exciting announcement from Bill McDermott, and I understand that RDS is going to be the preferred implementation method for Fiori and Personas as well.
Absolutely, yes. Well, in fact, RDS is the preferred implementation methodology for all of SAP products, for all of the solutions. And for Fiori and all the great new UX technology that we are delivering to customers now, we really want to make sure that it's easy for customers to adopt that new technology, and therefore RDS plays a very special role. We have invested a lot really in the Fiori packages or the RDS packages around Fiori to make it for customers as easy as possible to adopt that new technology and bring then the benefits to the end users, right, with a much improved user experience.
Yeah.
Improved user experience. So let's talk a little bit about your project, Stephen, as the CIO of Luxottica. Tell me a little bit about how RDS helped you drive better insight in sales and marketing.
RDS, fundamentally, the customer's at the center of everything we do. I touched on before that while we're extremely happy with our CRM roadmap that we've been on, we do have a constraint due to our volumes of data. Moving to HANA and ADT is what we perceive as the game changer, and RDS gives us the opportunity to really, so to speak, put the rubber on the road, really get some traction on the project. I think it also gives us an amazing opportunity to standardize our business processes, and as Bernd said earlier, bring some SAP global thinking and the fact that this is a new technology, really harness what we need to do with the solution rather than us trying to work it out over the course of the next 6-12 months. I see RDS really helping us get to market, get down to, get our marketing campaigns running far more efficiently, and in a far shorter time. I think we perceive this as a game changer for us. So.
And I understand that, that run simple theme that we heard about this morning, that resonates with your business in particular.
Yeah, absolutely. We run our business on simplified, focus, connect. So in Bill's presentation this morning, I was sitting there, it's music to our ears. I think, as a retail business, I think a lot of retailers are caught up on this frantic dash, but we really do live by the mantra simplify, focus, connect, and to hear SAP talking about simple and RDS, in my mind, is an exact essence of that. It is simplification and speed to market. I think it's a huge opportunity for all businesses.
So simplification and speed to market, those are the major benefits you saw from an RDS implementation. Are there any others you can point to?
Standardization as well. I think SAP have come into our business with the RDS approach, really leverage their global knowledge and thinking. This is a new technology, so while we know CRM and we have a very strong team, the ADT and CEI components of it are brand new. So, having SAP at the table with us has really brought a thought leadership on how we can leverage those components and really get ROI in a far shorter time. And as I say, to be able to be far more succinct with targeting our marketing campaigns out is music to our ears. It's a fantastic opportunity.
It's huge, and we can't underestimate the scope of this project and the time that you were able to accomplish it in. I mean, it's a huge application that you're deploying.
Yeah,
wow.
And it's a huge system.
10.5
million customers. CRM is the most important system in our business. It's what runs our business, and again the RDS piece and the SAP partnership as well. We're one of the first to implement this new technology, and it's been brilliant. So we couldn't ask for more.
Baron, talk to me a bit about SAP's plans down the road to continue to deliver these kinds of services and make these applications simpler to implement.
Sure. Yeah. We started with rapid deployment solutions about 3 years ago. Of course, before we also had packaged applications or pre-configured applications. Now with RDS, we made them available to all customers. Before, we were focused more on the mid-market. Since then, the rapid deployment solution concept has evolved quite a bit. We started with a fixed scope kind of approach. Yeah. Now RDS is open. Customers can combine different RDSs to a more sophisticated solution, so that with RDS you can build a sophisticated solution in a simple way and in a safe way, because it's been proven and tested. Now, the next step for us will be to make RDS really the default, the standard way how to implement SAP solution, which means we will bring RDS to the cloud. Already today, customers can easily get a fully configured system with the help of RDS in the Hana Enterprise Cloud within days to jumpstart the implementation. So that cuts a lot of waiting time out of project. It cuts a lot of discussion time short if then the IT project team together with the business can evaluate what the system can do out of the box using a live system. Yeah, that's in many cases that's what we hear from many customers. Absolutely. Right? What brings the value? There's a live system very, very fast at the beginning of the project. Yeah. And so not time is spent with useless discussions, and at the end the result is still a process that many other customers have. So the implementation with RDS can then focus on the specifics, the areas where the company wants to differentiate and deviate, maybe invent the next practices. So we bring RDS to the cloud. RDS also plays a very important role in this new hybrid world. The system landscape going forward already today for many customers is a hybrid one. So there are pieces of the solution running on-premise. For other applications or functional areas, cloud applications are being used, such as HCM in the cloud, what we have, or maybe parts of the solution are running in the Hana Enterprise Cloud in a kind of managed cloud environment. Now still the solution needs to work as one solution. As Bill this morning said, best of breed is great, but at the end, the value comes from the integration and that there's one end-to-end solution. From a technical perspective, this brings new challenges, how to set up a solution landscape that runs in a hybrid environment. And with RDS, we can, all the technical expertise that is required to set it up, we can package that up and make it really easy and simple for a customer to set up such a landscape and then also manage and monitor it in a very efficient way.
So prepackaged integration services as well from RDS
Absolutely,
is
yeah.
huge for customers.
Plus migration, many customers want to move to HANA now. We have invested a lot again in packages, how to make it as simple as possible for a customer to migrate from any database onto HANA. For most of the applications we have that.
And Stephen seems to be very enthusiastic about this process, a very high endorsement, you know, especially being one of the first customers. It doesn't seem like you ran into too many bugs.
No, we're absolute advocates. My IT organisation in Sydney, we never do long-term projects. We work on sort of 6 to 8 week short sprint cycles on our projects, so the RDS approach suits us perfectly. Bert touched on before that the flexibility that comes with RDS now as well is amazing compared to a few years ago where it was far more rigid, structured, etc. So for us, it's brilliant. It's the way we run our IT organisation. It's the way we run our business. And I think when we're talking about new technologies like CRM on HANA and ADT, for me, it's absolutely obvious. It's the right approach to take. So.
Fantastic. Well, that's a great story and a great interview, and thank you so much for joining me on stage up here today. Thank you for joining us for our coverage, and for more SAP stories, please visit asugnews.com.